Mayo from Music in Our Homeschool, and I am here to talk to you today about what do you do if your kids hate the music lessons. If you are a homeschooler looking for ways to easily and affordably include a quality music education in your homeschool, you've come to the right place. This is the Music in Our Homeschool podcast. I'm Gena Mayo, homeschooling mom of 8 and music teacher for over 30 years. I have an online course site at learn.musicinourhomeschool.com, and I have so many different types of music lessons there. Most of them are music appreciation or music history. There are some for learning how to sing as well, beginning singing lessons. But let's talk about the music appreciation, music history ones. So say you are showing your kids one of the lessons about the music of J.S. Bach, and you're playing the music for them and your kids just hate it. They're covering their ears and they're saying, I don't like this. So the first thing I would say for you to do is to check your own attitude. How are you acting as the mom in response to the music? Are you acting like it's important to try to listen to it and to listen to it with a good attitude? Or do you hate it yourself? So that's the first thing I would say. If your goal with a music appreciation course to help your kids learn to appreciate the music, then you also, as the homeschool mom or teacher, need to have that attitude of, yes, I'm going to try to learn to appreciate this. The music today was organ music. And even as a music major, I played piano. I have played some organ. I don't like listening to organ music. It is not my favorite style of music. I remember when I was in music history courses in college, that was about one of the worst. Like, oh, I've got to listen to 10-minute long organ solo music. And it was just not my favorite, but I've learned to appreciate it. So the first thing I would say is for the homeschool mom to have a good attitude about it and to encourage your kids with it and say, this is good. We're going to learn to appreciate art, a different type of art than we usually listen to. Who listens to Bach organ music on the radio? Probably nobody. And so that's your goal. Number 2 would be to see if it's appropriate for your kids' level, like their age level. If you get to a lesson and it tells you to listen to a symphony, and some symphonies are very long, like 30, 45 minutes, would it be appropriate to expect your 6-year-old to sit there for 45 minutes watching and listening to the symphony on video? No, that's not really appropriate. But can you encourage your 6-year-old to sit there and listen to it for 2 minutes? Yeah, that would be more appropriate. So think about your kids' level, maybe even level of how much they've been exposed to classical music. Maybe a 10-year-old who's been working through my courses or some other music appreciation courses would be ready to listen to a 30-minute symphony, but only because they're more advanced. Or maybe they're really, really into it, like they play the violin and they want to be in an orchestra someday. So you just need to look at your child, watch the child, and try to do what's best for them. You want to encourage them. You want to push them a little bit, but you don't want to push them to a level that actually makes them hate it even more. So that's number 2. So number 1 is, mom, check your attitude about the music and make sure you're focused on appreciating it. And 2, make sure the music is appropriate and the level and the length of the lesson is appropriate for the kids' age and musical level and ability. Number 3 would be to give them time to grow, to appreciate it. Here's an example. I really have hated poetry for a long time. And when I first became a homeschool mom years ago, and I started learning about Charlotte Mason method and that poetry was part of that, I thought, okay, maybe I need to give poetry another try. I started reading some. I have this great nature book of poems. And now, well, I wouldn't say I love it, but I have learned to appreciate it. I understand it better because I've worked through it and studied it. I've taught it to my kids. I've taught it on the high school level to my high school kids. And so I've learned a lot more about poetry and I've learned to appreciate it. And that's what I would love for these kinds of courses that I provide to do for you all. I want you to learn to appreciate classical music, to learn more about it and to understand it and understand the composers and the styles. So that is the goal, but it takes time to get there. It might take years to get there, but that is the goal, to learn to appreciate it. Number 4, and this is one that I actually did today with my kids, that I do with most days that I teach these music lessons to my own children. Today I was doing a lesson with my older kids, middle school and high school, and we were learning about Handel, the Baroque period, and we were talking about his Messiah. So I have several videos in the course about Handel. This is my Middle Ages through Classical Era course that I'm talking about. And I know that I can't expect them to listen to the entire piece. We did listen to the entire Hallelujah chorus. I think that one's only like 4 minutes long. But the other 2 pieces that I chose, one was a tenor solo and one was a soprano solo. I only played for about 2 minutes each. It's okay to do that. You do not have to play the whole video. I really want you guys to understand this. If you could tell that your kids are really getting antsy and they're really getting frustrated, just play it for a shorter period of time. They're still hearing some of that music and they're still getting it. And like I said, it will take time to grow to appreciate it. So play it for a shorter time. Play it for 30 seconds. Play it for only a minute. And maybe next year when you come around to that lesson again, if it's one of those holiday lessons, then maybe next year you could play it for a longer period of time. That's okay to do. And those are my 4 tips for helping your kids not hate the music so much, helping them learn to appreciate it. Let me just review them really quickly. Number 1 is, Mom, look at your attitude. How do you feel about the music? And encouraging your kids to get excited about it. Number 2, make sure it's appropriate for their age level. Number 3, give them time to learn to appreciate the music, and it may take years for that to happen. And number 4, it's okay to play shorter sections. You can cut those videos short. All right. I hope that helps you if you are experiencing this with your kids, hating the music from the music lessons. All right. See you all later.